Okay, I'm now at Merrill Cave. This is not it, but it's the lava tube that formed it. The cave is, I think, behind me, but you can see the classic design. Open at that end, opened underneath me. And the road goes over, and then pile of rubble in the center. Apparently the tube comes up, arches over, and then back down. And the part that's up ends up being that which fractures first. And my guess is that this is all part of one big tube, and I could see it coming up the road. The higher elevations on the side, you can see it right there, maybe 20-30 feet, creating dual ridges, all collapsed in the center. It's a lovely morning this morning so far. That's Shanshin Peak that I climbed up yesterday. Now I'll just pan around here slowly. Just underneath the cloud shadow off in the distance is Tule Lake. You can see the faint differentiation in color. And then now we're coming into those escarpments that we looked at. Of course, we're surrounded by cinder cones. This is the sign cautioning people to protect the caves and protect themselves. What is notable, this is a new sign, and they're everywhere here. But what's nice is that everywhere throughout Oregon and this part of California that I've traveled in, where there are national monuments, they're beautifully done and look recently done. Is the Merrill Ice Cave. And this will take us down into the cave here, right to my right, I guess. And then there's a secondary level, it looks like. And then you can go down even further to where the ice is. Well, that's pretty exciting. The air temperature in an ice cave on a summer day might run from 100 degrees at the surface to near 32 at the surface of the ice. Yeah, and why doesn't it melt? Here's that Bernoulli principle I was talking about. The cold air sinks in the winter. Freezing air drops to the bottom of the cave, turning any pools of rainwater or snowmelt into ice. But in many caves in the park, warmer summer air circulates through the cave and melts the ice. That's a different dynamic. It is a different dynamic. It's presuming the water comes in independent of the airflow. Ice caves have only one opening, so air does not circulate. Perpetually cold air remains trapped in the bottom, surrounded by lava rocks. The rocks act like a vacuum bottle to insulate the ice. So that is apparently what we have here. You know, being the maze, there's only one entrance in. The Bernoulli principle I'm talking about is this one, which appears not to be evident to this cave, so I'm curious why that's even there. And here we go. Okay, I've just come down the stairs. I had to go back up because I forgot to bring a flashlight. Here you can see the tube configurations on the side. Classic. Opening up at the top there. Another bubble burst where we're standing. Now we'll go down into the lower level. Now how much we'll be able to see I don't know, but I have to move carefully because now you have to know where your feet are going to go so you don't turn your foot. I'm the only one around here right now, but you also have to keep an eye open for what's above you. So here we have to get down a little bit. Don't know how much the camera can pick up here. You see how low these are. You have to make sure you don't knock yourself cold when there's no one else to help you. There's a long passageway down through here. Another set of stairs takes us down to the next section, I suspect. Yep, here we are. So I'm going to turn off the tape, not that you can see anything anyway. Oh, here we are, there's the cave, you can see that. How it stretches out quite a distance. So let's proceed down. The stairway down to this next level, and then a ramp. Again, we have to be careful walking down through here. This is quite a great cave, actually. Here's a little thing on where the ice is going. So presumably we can see the ice down here. I don't see any, but I can hear water dripping. Oh, there's water dripping there. That may be from above. Seems like it is. Yes, it is. I can hear it. You need more water to get the ice, I guess. Anyway, this is exciting to do by yourself. God forbid the guy comes down here with one flashlight. Yeah, I'll turn the camera off. Okay, I've turned the flashlight off, and you can see how dark it is ahead, even with the opening ahead. This is a well done cave, considering it's just open for exploration. Pretty darn neat. Here's what we have to watch out for. These are the circumstances. It doesn't seem like much, but it's in situations like this that you must try as hard as you can to think of the dangers that confront you and make sure you've covered for them. Take 2 flashlights. Certainly don't go without any. Merrill Cave. It would be interesting given the design of this cave, were Native Americans able to get down inside of it? And could they have gotten down to this part here? And would they, or would that have clearly represented the cold-hearted, icy heart of the gods and kept them certainly out of here if they even went here? But would this be at its height a logical place? This was the really steep place I went down. A logical place to throw bodies, presuming that their sacrifice goes directly to the gods. I don't know. Everything I'm saying is fantasy, of course, in my mind, but there are enough allusions to things similar to that for it to have been possible as a concept in the mind of an Aboriginal, I would think. Another interesting question is, why was this tube so big, so wide and large and discreet? Whereas elsewhere we've seen huge masses of lava spread across an area, and the tubes rather, and the indentations in the ground rather small. It may be that this was a natural funnel way, maybe an earlier path from an earlier set of flows, and so that it was just naturally channeled down here and had enough integrity as a lava flow. In other words, the material stayed together, not tending to drift off to the sides, that it just came down through that channel and created this. The great Road Trek 190 Freedom Machine.